A very good morning to all of you. Welcome to class 11, Business Studies. We are doing chapter number 4, that is Business Services. And insurance topic is going on, where we are studying about the insurance, different types of insurance, and of course, different principles of insurance. Yesterday, we had started the principles of insurance, so we will be continuing that topic today. I told you that principles of insurance means we talk about the guidelines of insurance, which means whenever we are making an insurance contract, suppose Mr. A, who is one who want to get insured against anything. So if Mr. A is making a contract with the insurance company for the insurance, there should be certain guidelines. There should be certain principles which must be followed by both the parties. Both the parties here, I mean, insurer means the insurance company, and the insured means who is taking the insurance. So definitely both the parties must have to follow certain guidelines, certain principles that we are studying in principles of insurance. So the very first principle as we studied is utmost good faith. Principle of utmost good faith. Principle of utmost good faith means there should be definitely certain things where we say that both the parties have to make utmost good faith with one another. That means the insurance company must disclose each material fact related to the insurance to the insured, and same way, the insured party must have to disclose all related things which are related to insurance to the insurance company. That means both the parties have to comply with full disclosure principle. They have to full disclose everything related to which they are taking the insurance. For example, suppose if you are taking the health insurance, that is Mediclaim, right? So if you are taking the health insurance or if you are taking the Mediclaim, in that case, if you have any problem already in your body, you must have to disclose that problem to the insurance company. Because if insurance company will come to know later, if insurance company will come to know about this later on, then definitely there may be a point that insurance company is going to cancel the contract. Yes. The insurance company can cancel the contract in such a way. So definitely what we say, we simply say that both the parties, insurance company as well as the insured, have to fully disclose each and every material fact related to the insurance so that the utmost good faith can be maintained. I hope this first principle is clear to all. That is principle of utmost good faith. Now, let's talk about the second. Insurable interest. I told you insurable interest matlab, if you are going to take insurance of any particular thing, you must have some insurable interest in that. For example, if I have given loan to somebody against anything, then I have full right to insure that particular thing of that person. For example, if bank gives us home loan, then definitely if bank gives us home loan, bank does the insurance of the home, of the house, so that if a person is not able to fulfill the loan, then definitely the bank can recover the insurance amount, because there the bank has the insurable interest. But if suppose I am getting the insurance of my neighbor's house, how can I take the neighbor's house insurance by myself? Because neighbor's house doesn't belong to me. It's completely my neighbor's house, so I have no insurable interest in that. And when I have no insurable interest in that, I cannot do the insurance. So for taking the insurance, dhyan rakhna, there is definitely requirement of insurable interest. The third is principle of indemnity. I told you this principle of indemnity. It simply tells us about what is the policy amount, what is the loss amount. Whichever is lower, the indemnity principle, according to the indemnity principle, that is given to the insured. For example, the policy amount is 10 lakhs. Loss occurred 6 lakhs. Then definitely in that case, 6 lakhs will be given. In that case, 6 lakhs will be given as a loss amount to the insurance by the insurance company to the insured party. But what if the policy amount is 10 lakhs but the loss is 12 lakhs? अब लॉस पॉलिसी अमाउंट से ऊपर कैसे दे देगी कंपनी? The maximum which is your policy amount, loss will be provided up to that amount only. That means maximum loss that can be indemnified, मतलब compensated by the company, will be 10 lakhs. Because policy amount maximum is 10 lakhs only. Loss policy से ऊपर है तो भाई आपको तो सिर्फ 10 लाख से मिल पाएंगे मैक्सिमम. लॉस पॉलिसी अमाउंट से नीचे है तो जो एक्चुअल लॉस हुआ है वो आपको मिलेगा. यानी कि अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस प्रिंसिपल the insurance company will indemnify that loss which is actual or maximum up to the policy amount. यानी कि जो actual loss है वो या maximum जो policy amount तक का loss है वो आपको इसके अंदर मिलेगा. ठीक. Now the fourth principle here comes is causa proxima. Causa proxima, or even we say principle of proximate cause. Now according to causa proxima principle, या प्रिंसिपल ऑफ प्रॉक्सिमेट कॉज, बेटे इफ द लॉस हैज अकर्ड ड्यू टू द मेन कॉज, यस, इफ द लॉस हैज अकर्ड ड्यू टू द मेन कॉज फॉर विच द इंश्योरेंस वाज टेकन, उसको बोलते हैं हम प्रिंसिपल ऑफ कॉजा प्रॉक्सिमा या प्रिंसिपल ऑफ प्रॉक्सिमेट कॉज. ध्यान रखना इस बात का कि जो आपका मेन कॉज है, अगर प्रॉब्लम उस मेन कॉज की वजह से हो रही है तभी आपको इंश्योरेंस प्रिंसिपल मतलब तभी आपको इंश्योरेंस मिल पाएगा, नहीं तो नहीं मिलेगा. यानी कि अगर मैंने घर का इंश्योरेंस फायर अकर होने से करवाया है कि इफ एनी फायर अकर्ड एट हाउस देन आई कैन क्लेम द इंश्योरेंस अमाउंट फ्रॉम द कंपनी. सो डेफिनेटली उस केस के अंदर द लॉस विल बी गिवन बाय द कंपनी ओनली एंड ओनली इफ द फायर अकर्ड. If the loss is there due to any other reason, definitely the company is not going to give the loss. Company loss आपको नहीं देने वाली. That is called as causa proxima principle or principle of proximate cause. Proximate मतलब main cause, कि जो main cause है आपका उसकी वजह से ही कुछ हुआ है तभी आपको ये मिल पाएगा claim. Otherwise you cannot avail the claim from the insurance company. बेटे ये 4 principles हमने कल तक किए थे. Now let's talk about the fifth principle, subrogation. ध्यान से सुनना. I'm talking about the principle of subrogation, right? Now suppose Anshul of our class, he bought a bike. ठीक है? Which bike? ये अंशुल खुद बताएगा. अंशुल, tell me which bike you want to buy. सोच रहा है अंशुल. He is just thinking which bike he want to buy. अंशुल सोचा?
बुलेट.
चलो बुलेट. Because he likes bullet, so he is going to buy bullet. ठीक है? He bought bullet for rupees let's suppose 2 lakhs. इसने 2 lakhs की bullet buy कर ली, right? When he bought a bullet bike for rupees 2 lakhs, he got it insured also because of course it's the matter of 2 lakhs, so he has to get it insured as well. So he got the insurance also of the bullet. He was enjoying on bullet. 6 months passed and he was just visiting different places by his bullet bike, right? One day he went to Murthal, Haryana for वहां पे अच्छे अच्छे रेस्टोरेंट्स में खाना खाने के लिए वहां पे गया. सडनली he came to know कि जहां पे उसने बाइक अपनी पार्क की थी while returning the bike is not there. Oh, बाइक चोरी हो गई. He was so disheartened by this thing that the bike is not there now. He made up a police complaint. FIR हो गई that the bike is lost. Okay, and after that he returned to his home. He thought, I have already insurance. I have already insurance of my bike. Let's do one thing. When I have already insurance of my bike, let's talk to insurance company that I did insurance from you for my bullet bike worth rupees 2 lakh, and now it is the time to avail the insurance amount. Okay. The insurance company investigated, came to know, yes, the bike is actually lost. FIR was also there. The police is searching for that. So insurance company, after settling up of all the things, made the claim, gave the claim, made the payment of the loss to the to Anshul, and the loss of that bike was given. I mean, क्योंकि bike का amount जो था, whatever was the amount, that was given to the insured. Okay. बेटे आफ्टर 5 months ये क्लेम मिल जाने के बाद इंश्योरेंस कंपनी ने क्लेम सेटल कर दिया, बाइक का पैसा मिल गया अंशुल को. आफ्टर 5 months Anshul went again to Murthal on his friend's birthday, and he saw that his bike was there nearby that restaurant where he went. He was so surprised, and in fact he was so happy that he got his bike returned, or he got his bike back and in the same condition, right? उसने क्या किया, उसने वहां से बाइक ली, पुलिस को बता दिया मेरी बाइक मिल गई है, that is now found. He took his bike and ultimately came back to Delhi. Police informed insurance company because of course that is linked with it, so they have to inform each and everybody who is linked with that. The insurance company came to know that the bike is now found. The insurance company came to Delhi at the house of Anshul and asked to give the bike. Anshul was like, this is my bike, why should I give you? Insurance company said, when the payment of loss has been made by the insurance company, then the whole right of that property is entitled with the insurer. That means the insured should not make any profit by selling the damaged property. And if that property is found later on, that property must be provided back to the insurance company, because now insurance company had already made a claim to you, had already made the payment of loss for you. Now the whole profit lies in the hands of insurance company. Got my point? This is called principle of subrogation, which means once the claim has been made by the insurance company, then on the damaged property, the right for that property is entitled with the insurer only. That means it is only the insurer who is ultimately going to, sell that damaged property if found later. He would be having the complete right to avail that property. The insured cannot say that I purchased it, so I would be taking it back. No. Why? Because already the insurance company has given the claim to you. Then you have no idea, you have no matter of availing that claim again later on. This is principle of subrogation. Please let me know if it is clear. Principle of subrogation, it's clear to all because I have already told it in an example. I hope it's clear to everyone. Principle of subrogation, write in the chat box, please. Then I'll move on. Okay. Now let's talk about the next principle. Kunal is asking, sir, what if he returns the money? That can be the settlement, Kunal. There is no issue. If suppose bike usko zyada अच्छी लग रही है Anshul को, and he wants the bike back anyhow. So Anshul would be returning that claim money to the insurance company, and that can be the settlement, and the insurance company can of course give the bike back to the Anshul. ठीक, वो हो सकता है. Now, the next principle is principle of contribution. अब एक example से समझते हैं principle of contribution को भी. Sanjay, please sit straight. I want to see your face also because I can only see your hairs. थोड़ा कैमरा नीचे करो संजय. Okay. Now the next principle is principle of contribution. Whenever we purchase a mobile phone, then the dealer always tells us to take the insurance of the mobile. Now, if I take the example of Sanjay, chalo, let's take the example of Sanjay. Sanjay went to purchase a mobile from, suppose he went to a store and he purchased OnePlus 9R mobile phone worth rupees 43,000. It was, of course, very costly mobile. So he took the insurance also. He took the insurance also of that mobile. For that insurance, he made a premium of rupees, suppose 10,000 for 1 year, and he took the insurance. The insurance company, asked the Sanjay that whatever, whenever there will be any loss to your mobile phone, we are there to provide you the complete safety. We are there to provide you the complete money back in case if any loss arises to your mobile phone. Sanjay was very happy that if in case my mobile phone will be in a very problem or any problem to my mobile will be there, I will be getting 43,000 back, because that was the complete mobile phone's policy amount. So I'll be getting 43,000 back to me. Then, of course, he is very sharp-minded and he has a very, very naughty mind. So he decided, let's do one thing. Why to take insurance from only one insurer? Let's take the insurance of mobile from one more insurer. Oh, that means a company insured Sanjay's mobile and promised to pay complete 43,000 rupees. Same way, he got the insurance from company B also. Oh, to company B also he made up a premium, and ultimately company B also promised him to pay rupees 43,000 in case of any loss. संजय ने 1 साल का इंश्योरेंस करवाया था. 11 months he used that OnePlus 9R mobile, and then he thought, now I'm bored of using this mobile phone. Let's do one thing. Let's make up an idea, do something, and अपने फोन को मैं खुद ही पानी में गिरा देता हूं, चोरी का इल्जाम लगा दूंगा कहीं पे, FIR करवा दूंगा पुलिस के पास कि मेरा फोन चोरी हो गया, and I'll claim the insurance. He did that. फोन गया पानी में, फेंक दिया गया, ऑनलाइन FIR दर्ज की गई that my mobile phone has been lost. After FIR, he went to the insurance company, and insurance company investigated. And on the investigation, of course, everything is centralized in India now. These things are, of course, centralized in India. On the investigation, the insurance company came to know, oh, Mr. Sanjay has taken the insurance from one more company for the same mobile phone. That means now the company is going to pay the loss. If it is found that it was the actual loss, the company is going to pay that loss jointly in a contribution. और यही उनको धक्का लगा, क्योंकि he thought that he'll be getting 80,000 rupees in back, but no, उनको तो 40,000 rupees ही मिलेगा और ऊपर से प्रीमियम भी दोनों को देना पड़ गया, जबकि एक को देते तब भी उतना ही मिलता. This is principle of contribution. Now in the contribution only, he will be getting his money back in the contribution. अब वो रेशो पे डिपेंड करेगा किससे कितना इंश्योरेंस करवाया था. इक्वल करवाया था तो इक्वल दे देंगे, लॉस हुआ 40 का 20 पे कर देंगे. 3:1 की रेशो में करवाया था तो 30,000 and 10,000 की रेशो में मिल जाएगा. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? तो जो भी whatever is the ratio of getting the insurance, accordingly the contribution principle says that the loss will be given back to the insurance company to the person, to the insured, by the insurance company in a contribution way only. Got my point? So ये था आपका principle of contribution. Next and last principle here is principle of mitigation of loss or principle of mitigation. You know, according to principle of mitigation, every insured person who has taken the insurance, he has to make certain steps. He has to take certain steps to minimize the loss of the property. For example, if you saw that in your factory the fire occurred, you have taken the fire insurance of your factory. You saw that in your factory due to a short circuit fire occurred. What should be your first step in that? आराम से बैठ जाए, कोई बात नहीं. I have taken the insurance claim. Insurance of the fire of the property for the fire have been made already, so it hardly matters if the fire has been occurred there. What I will do, I'll simply, you know, take the insurance claim later on. आराम से बैठ जाओ, कोई दिक्कत नहीं है. I'll take the insurance claim. Is that the step which should be there firstly by you people? If you are the owner and fire occurred, should you perform this step? No. What we should do? We should take the preventive measures. We should try to minimize the loss. How? Of course, fire occurred होने से बचाओ, फैलने से रोको. फायर ब्रिगेड को कॉल किया जाना चाहिए. If you have fire extinguishers, use the fire extinguishers so that the fire cannot spread out. Call fire brigade faster so that it should not occur more. So whenever the loss is going to arise, this principle of mitigation simply tell, take necessary measures, take necessary steps to minimize the loss of property. सपोज आपने इंश्योरेंस ऑलरेडी ली हुई है, आपकी फैक्ट्री में जो वायरिंग है, इलेक्ट्रिक वायरिंग, वो बहुत ओल्ड हो चुकी है, एंड दैट कैन एनी टाइम कैच द फायर. सो यू हैव गॉट द notice also from the electricity department. Please take the necessary step and change the wiring as soon as possible, as it can get or it can catch fire. But you are not listening to the electricity department. You are not taking any step to prevent the loss or to minimize the loss, because you're saying it's okay, I have already the fire insurance. If any fire would occur, I'll take the insurance claim. But बेटे ध्यान रखना, if the insurance company later on come to know about that there have been no steps taken by the insured to minimize the loss or to prevent the loss, then in such a time he would not be getting the claim, or he is not eligible to get the compensation from the insurance company. समझ रहे हो आप? और अगर उसने कुछ क्लेम किया, अगर सपोज उसने कुछ लॉस को कम करने के लिए स्टेप्स भी लिए हैं, तो बेटे अलोंग विद द क्लेम ही विल बी गेटिंग दैट अमाउंट ऑल्सो. जो उसने उसको लॉस को कम करने के लिए अमाउंट लिया है, उसको बेटे वो भी मिलेगा अगर वो उसने स्टेप्स लिए हैं. लेकिन बेटे अगर उसने स्टेप्स ही नहीं लिए हैं कोई भी, तो इन दैट केस तो डेफिनेटली उसको क्लेम ही नहीं मिलना. तो स्टेप्स तो उसने उठाए ही नहीं कुछ भी उस लॉस को कम करने के लिए. दिस इज कॉल्ड प्रिंसिपल ऑफ मिटिगेशन और मिटिगेशन ऑफ लॉस. गॉट माय पॉइंट that what is principle of mitigation? So it is simply about making good the loss. So these were the principles of insurance. Principle of utmost good faith, that is disclose each and everything related to insurance. Insurable interest, That is, get the insurable interest. If you have the insurable interest, then only you can go for that insurance. Indemnity. The loss will be given, the loss will be indemnified. Kitna? Either the actual loss or the policy amount, whichever is lower. Dhyan rakhna. Actual loss or policy amount, whichever is lower, that will be indemnified or that will be provided. The fourth principle is principle of causa proxima or principle of proximate cause. This is the fourth principle. According to this, the nearest cause will be considered for compensation, which means if I have taken the insurance of factory, the fire insurance, then if only and only the fire occurred and the loss arised, then only it will be given to the insurance company, by the insurance company. Then subrogation. According to this principle, the insurance company or the insured has a right to avail the property, that whatever is the damaged property, the insurance company has a right to avail that damaged property and it can easily sell in the market. You don't have a claim on the damaged property at all. Then contribution. Contribution, even if you have taken the insurance from two insurers, then in that case also, you will be getting the insurance claim in a contribution only. सिर्फ contribution में आपको मिलेगा ये. ध्यान रखना, this is not applicable on LIC. Life Insurance Corporation principle पे applicable नहीं है बेटे. If we are taking our LIC more than one LIC we are taking, in that also we will be getting the full amount from everywhere. We can take as many as claims we can take. तो पॉलिसीज हम अगर ज्यादा ले रहे हैं LIC की तो उस पर कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन फॉलो नहीं होता. एंड बेटे लाइफ इंश्योरेंस के ऊपर इंडेमनिटी भी फॉलो नहीं होता, बिकॉज इंडेमनिटी इज बेस्ड ऑन एक्चुअल लॉस. लेकिन अगर किसी पर्सन की डेथ हो जाती है तो जितने की आपने LIC ली होती है वो आपको मिल जाती है. ऐसा तो नहीं है ना कि हम पहले इंश्योरेंस कंपनी जो है LIC जो है लॉस मेजर करता है कि कितने का लॉस हुआ. एक ह्यूमन की लाइफ में लॉस मेजर नहीं किया जा सकता, इसलिए LIC पर भी इंडेमनिटी प्रिंसिपल फॉलो नहीं होता. Then mitigation of loss. The insured must have to take the reasonable steps to reduce the loss. Otherwise, if found that the insured has not taken any step to reduce the loss, the insurance company can cut the amount or even can cancel the claim also, hence if proved. So these things you all have to keep in your mind about the principles of insurance.